Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell Podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course. We are pleased to be joined by the one, the only Rajah Caruth. Will be driving the number 44 Chevrolet for Alpha Prime Racing this weekend at Richmond for the NASCAR Xfinity Series, which will be his debut. How's it going, buddy?
I'm tired, Casey. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. Well, you are at school, so it's yeah, it's I know the last few weeks for you have been insane. This week has been trying to get prepared for this race as this has been talked about since last summer, but now it's finally happening.
Yeah, it's like you said, it's been a pretty crazy last month. And honestly, Casey, it seemed like so far away for the longest, like April, and then now it's in like 2 days. So that's just kind of crazy to think about. So yeah.
So I know you've got a test done at New Smyrna. Wait, New Smyrna is where you tested, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
At least I thought it. At least I thought it was. Well, it is. So getting ready to be prepared in that, and how much are you getting ready for this weekend's race at Richmond? Of course, going there for so long, I know a lot of people are going to be there. People from school, former teachers of yours, a lot of people.
So on a preparation note, I've done a lot of my own sim racing, a lot of prep and studying. I did some sim time at Pratt & Miller with Chevrolet, thankfully. Having their support, it's been awesome this year. Doing some coaching with Josh Wise, Scott Speed, Mark Green. It's been very helpful with that. And just being a student like normal, I got to treat this like a normal race, just another race, even though I know it's not. So, yeah.
But you're doing 6 of these, though. Of course, the next, for people that don't know or people that have forgotten, what is your 6 races that you're doing for Alpha Prime?
So we got Richmond.
Yep.
This week. We got Dover.
Okay.
Pocono, Kansas, and the Martinsville and Phoenix.
Nice. A lot of the races are, this race is this the closest race to home for you?
Honestly, I think Dover and Richmond are like equidistant to DC. Dover is a quicker drive because the traffic's not as bad, but I'm not sure what's the difference mileage wise. But Richmond and Dover are the closest to. Funny enough, and they're the first 2 I'm doing. So
that is.
And then Pocono is the 3rd racetrack I saw a race at. That's where my 3rd race is at. So that's pretty nuts.
It is. So. It is pretty nuts for sure. I know you've gotten a lot of support from a lot of people throughout. The people that have been there throughout. That have been a part of your life throughout this whole thing, and they're all going to be. A lot of them are going to be at Richmond to watch you. How big is that for you?
It's definitely pretty big, Casey. It just hasn't sunk in, to be honest with you. Maybe when I see people like on the day of the race, then it'll probably sink in. But everything's still pretty kind of in a fever dream for me. And I'm trying really hard to be in the moment and make memories. So that way I can just remember it all.
Yeah. I want to get your, we had Dennis Bickmeyer on last week at Richmond, someone that you know pretty well. This is his last race this weekend too. Of course, he'll still be in the area doing a lot of things for the community in a new role, but this is his last race as Richmond Raceway track president. How much have you gotten to know him?
I know Dennis. I know him when I was on Richmond Raceway Esports in 2020. I came and visited it and met Ray, met Dennis, met Brandon Brown, NASCAR Brandon Brown, not driver Brandon Brown. And them guys are all really, really nice. So I'm glad Dennis is going to bigger and better things, but hopefully I can turn up for his last race as Prez.
Yeah. I know that a lot of what's it like to get around a track like Richmond? Somewhere that you've seen, someone that's the place that you've been to pretty much, all your life and going to all these races. What's it take to get around there?
I don't know. We're gonna figure it out. But it's kind of weird because Dover in the East race last year, that was like I've gone to that racetrack plenty of times. So to be on the racetrack, pretty crazy. So I think it'll be just even more crazy because like we talked about, like I've been to that racetrack in 14, 18, 19, 21, 5 times, I guess. So no, 6 times. So nonetheless, it'll be pretty crazy to be on the racetrack in a car, to go through the tunnel, the walk through tunnel with my gear bag. That'll be pretty crazy. So
That's gonna be insane.
yeah.
What's your best memory of that place going there?
My best memory.
Yeah.
I got two of them.
Okay.
Well, it's hard to just pick just one. I like 2018. That was the first time I had a pop pass there. Was on the 43's pit box. That was
Nice.
fun with
Yeah.
um, Drew Blickensterfer,
Yep.
Dave Inman, Derek Stalmetz,
Yep.
Brad Sisson, obviously.
Yeah.
That was pretty fun, and hanging out with Bub and them. The year after, the spring after, that was fun as well.
19 race.
19 spring 2019. That was a fun weekend as well. So I have a very fun time at that place.
Oh yeah.
A lot of great memories, and can't wait to add to some more this weekend.
Yeah. Of course you're going to be, let's talk about your main, job is don't fall asleep on me, bud. It's been quite a bit of time. I know you've been insanely busy and tired with all this stuff. You're also a college student, so let's talk about how you're doing in ARC. Yeah, that's true too. Let's talk about how you're doing in ARCA so far this year. How close were you at Phoenix to get that win? How about to be so close to getting that? Almost
Just, every time I see the replay of the race, it just makes me more annoyed. We had a fifth or fourth place car, and for whatever reason, I was so loose, but I could make something happen on restarts and just kind of gimmick it and pick up spots and go to the resin in 1 and 2 and just make a lot of time. And fortunately, if that last yellow didn't come out, I would have been able to get Taylor, I think, just because he hadn't run up there all night. But at the same time, it's coulda, shoulda, woulda. And then the last restart, I just sold. Like I was trying to lay back and get a jump, and then he went early, and then I buzzed the tires and whatever. So at least I'm running up front now. It's very refreshing to be running up front. So that'll become a habit, and I'm ready to continue to compete for and get wins with Brad and everybody at Rev.
Yeah. And of course, the Chevrolet increased partnership has helped out with that. I know that, of course, you're now part of the I'm not sure, driver's edge development around there.
I have no clue what it's called now, to be honest with you. But yes,
it is around. Yeah, that's what it's called. That's what I at least think it is. Josh Wise, Scott Speed, and all the bow tie brigade. Well, most of them doing God knows what insane stuff. Some soccer drills.
I haven't done soccer yet, but my knee's messed up, so I don't think I'll do soccer.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea.
Yeah, but being a part of the program has been awesome. Josh and Scott are great, and having the support of not only those two, but Jim, Shane, Dane, Tad. There's a lot of people over there. Jim, obviously. To have the support of the both sides is awesome. Hopefully, I can go with them for the duration of my career.
Yep. So, I don't think I've had a chance to ask you this yet, but a few weeks ago, I don't know. I've been so busy lately. Going to the Wizards game, being honored by them. How about that?
That was fun. I've always wanted a jersey, so to get a Wizards jersey, although Jason Tatum gave us 50, it was still awesome to go to the game. So it's very fun going back home and to go to it's always the Verizon Center to me. I know it's the Capital One place now, but
yeah,
it's always been the Verizon Center. So to go there and get recognized, it means a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't keep. It's kind of like Staples Center in LA. Now it's Crypto.com Arena. It just sticks. Corporate partnerships are, go in there, and it's kind of like this set nostalgic with all this. So, yeah. But what are you expecting on Saturday?
I expect to do what I'm supposed to do. I expect to hit my marks. I expect to do pit road properly. And I expect to make adequate and calculated decisions in the race.
Right.
And if I do that, then there's no reason I shouldn't finish at least 20th or better.
All right. Well, Rajah, thank you so much for taking some time out of your busy day to join us. Yes, we will talk to you at some point throughout the year. Yes, yes, yes. Nice.